Hey YouTubers, Jennifer Tardy here, and I'm your career success coach, and you are visiting the Black Career Success YouTube channel, where today's topic is all about diversity. And I want to talk about the 4 stages that an organization can be in on their own continuum toward diversity and inclusion. And I want to share with you the ones that I have a preference for, okay? So the first organization, or the first type of organization, is the organization that has an issue related to diversity and inclusion, but they don't know it. Right? So oftentimes you may find that there's smaller organizations, startup organizations. Actually, you may even have some larger organizations that are super mature and that have been around for a long time. But either way, they have some issues and they don't know anything about it. Right? I feel pretty bad for those organizations because you're probably going to find a lot of turnover. Then you have the organizations that have an issue related to diversity and inclusion that needs to be solved, but they're choosing to do nothing about it. Now, those are the organizations that I run from. The ones that will come up with every single reason in the world why diversity and inclusion doesn't need to be a focus or a hot topic within that organization, and how it's some fad and we don't want to get caught up in all of that. And so those are the organizations that I stick clear of completely. And then you have an organization that may have an issue, right? They may have a challenge related to diversity and inclusion, and they're working to do something about it. So this organization, they may not be all the way there yet. They may have a lot of milestones ahead of them to really make their organization a more inclusive place to work, but they know it and they're working on it. And organizations like that, I often like giving them a chance because oftentimes, not even oftentimes, but diversity begets diversity. It takes diversity to create diversity. And so with organizations that I know that know it and they're working on it, I'm happier to stay within those organizations to be a part of a movement to a more positive and inclusive and diverse workforce. So if you run across an organization like that, be sure to give it a second look, okay? And then the last organizations is organizations that don't have an issue, right? Because they are proactive about it. They may have had an issue in the past. They may have worked through how to make their environment more equal, more equity, more inclusiveness, better diversity throughout the organization. So now they don't have an issue, and as a matter of fact, they're probably leading the change with their proactivity. They're probably an organization that's responsible for setting best practices in place so that other organizations can follow how they're working through diversity and inclusion. And you can find organizations like that because there are so many surveys that are done and awards and recognition that organizations receive. So even if, for instance, you check out Diversity Inc., their top whatever list, you'll be able to find the organizations that are really, really, really doing an excellent job around diversity and inclusion. So I hope that this video is pretty helpful to you in understanding that just because an organization may not be all the way there yet, it doesn't mean that they're not trying to be. I would prefer to work there or work with an organization that is already there than ever consider working at an organization that knows that they have issues around diversity and inclusion and do nothing about it. But even scarier than those organizations are ones that don't even know that there is an issue because they have so much further to go. So I hope this information has helped you, and if you liked this video, be sure to check out future videos. If you have any other thoughts about this video, please be sure to leave it in the comment section. Jennifer Tardy, your career success coach, and I'll see you back for a future video. Take care.